In this tutorial, I'm going to explain the pen tool. So the pen tool over here is basically used for creating irregular shapes or unusual shaped frames, or adjusting or altering existing frames. So in its most basic form, with the pen tool, you can use the left mouse button to draw a frame of any shape you want by simply clicking. That'll create a frame with very linear edges. However, if you wish to create a rounded frame, you can hold down the left mouse button and drag, like so, to create curved edges. Now these handles, which you can see, determine how severe the curved edge is. So you can make unusual shapes like so. Again, using the selection tool, I can select this frame and use Command D on a Mac or Control D on a Windows PC, or go to File, Place, and I can place an image in here. As you can see, the image fills that frame. You can use the circle to adjust the position of the image, or I can use the direct selection tool to adjust the size of the picture within the frame. And so forth. Now this can be particularly useful for wrapping text, which I shall demonstrate to you now. If I adjust the size of this slightly using the direct selection tool. If I create a text box using the shortcut T, and place that here and fill with placeholder text, what I can now do is if I select this picture frame here, and under the text wrap tab I choose wrap around object shape, you'll see my text is wrapping around that shape. So this is very useful for creating unusual shaped text boxes or wrapping text around a particular frame if you're doing any slightly more creative work, such as magazines or perhaps a newspaper page with a few more graphics. Now the pen tool can also be used to alter existing frames. So if I insert a picture here, like so, using the pen tool, if I hover over the edge of this box, I get the small plus icon next to my pen tool, which allows me to create additional points. Now using the direct select tool, if I double click twice on the frame, I can then move each of these points I've just created. You can see how they're now white as opposed to filled in. The one which is filled in is the one I've currently got selected. So I can adjust these in order to quickly tweak the shape of this frame, which again, if I now add a text frame and fill that with placeholder text, and again, clicking on the image frame, I can turn on wrap around object shape, and you'll see my text now wraps around that object. So if I go to View, Screen Mode Preview, and zoom in, I can see how that wraps around. Now, if I want the space between the image and the text to be further, clicking on the picture frame, I've got the option here to increase the distance of that spacing.